All right, what is going on, everybody? Beatty Strength checking back in. Iron Logic Barbell. We were on to week 2 of the new program, as well as the YouTube journey. For my loyal 7 subscribers, great to see you. I'm trying to yap a whole lot less for both the pre-lift and post-lift. Sometimes, when you're just driving, you just let it spew. So either way, I don't want to be cranking out 30-minute videos. Try to keep it 20 or less, unless you guys like that. You just want to hear me for an hour. Hey, I get it. That's what I'll turn on for long drives, is just it's what podcasts basically are. I don't know if I would classify this as podcast material. This is next level insight, training in the mind, but whatever. Headed to the gym now, and we've got bench as the focus today. I know we jumped up 10 pounds on our working max, which is 90% of your actual max. So we jumped up 10 pounds. We're working up to, I know the heaviest sets are 290 by 4, and we're doing 3 of those, and then back down the ladder, 275, and I kind of forget the jumps after that. And then hitting some overhead press, some back accessories, a little bit of arms, and calling it a day. Just reflecting on last week, pretty happy. I mean, we made jumps on everything. The squats was the least amount that we got. So on the heavy AMRAP, we got 2. On the heavy AMRAP for deads, we got 3. Overhead, we got 4. Bench, we got 5. And as a guy that claims his bench is his worst lift, we did the best on that with the working max. So either I started too light on that, or hey, maybe bench is finally going to start jumping up. We shall see. Really happy with that set of 5 on 315. So we jumped up 10 pounds, working up to 290 today. Shoulder press, I don't necessarily remember what we're looking at there, but we jumped up 5 pounds there as well. Working off a 210 max on that. Happy with that. Happy with the way things are going. The body is feeling fresh. I ended up taking off Sunday, was just kind of recovering from the weekend. Had a birthday party to attend, and just needed some extra time to rest and recoup. I do got some boys coming in this weekend, celebrate Memorial Day, so figuring out how we're gonna split up the training. I know my boy Keegs and I were trying to get a deadlift session in. Normally deadlifts are day 4 of the week, but we want to hit those Saturday, so I might back-to-back upper body day. But the nice thing is the third lift Wednesday is normally focus on overhead and then incline. The incline's not all that heavy, and I think maybe I will be able to rest up enough to hit the heavy bench again directly after that, to then push out the deads to Saturday. I'm still going back and forth on what I think makes the most sense and how I'm going to figure that out, but I don't know. We'll figure that out. But no, he's a good friend of mine. We're going to try to do this powerlifting meet together. We both threw together back in college. He was javelin, I was shot put, and it's actually hilarious because at the time, big weight difference. At a certain time, I was pushing 290, and he's floating over 200 pounds, and now we're basically meeting in the middle, down at 235. So if we could compete at the same weight class, that would be quite something, if I do say so myself. But I'm going to call it here. I'm about to pull up to the gym. I will let you guys know how the sets and reps go. And if we just keep jumping 5-10 pounds every week on the max, we're gonna be looking pretty good, and we'll have that 4-plate bench in no time. All right, we are back. We are back. Wrapped up today's upper body focus day. Mid-heavy bench, pretty light overhead, some back accessories, chest flies, and some biceps. Felt overall good. We got all the weights that we needed to get. I would be lying if I said I wasn't a little groggy, a little foggy, but coming off the weekend, having a couple drinks, probably gonna feel that way. I'm an honest man. Still get after it from time to time. But no, overall solid. I was able to get 3 videos of the top bench sets at 290 for 4. All right, guys, so I've got to mute the background audio. Don't want any background gym music, get things copyrighted, taken down. So I'll just walk through the sets here, what is going through my head. Right here, I'm trying to really focus on stacking it over the wrist properly in my hand to just ensure a smooth bar path. Trying to hit the same spot on my chest every single time. And the initiation of the press back up is, starting with the leg drive, as you can see me move back on the bench, as well as back with the bar before moving up. So hope that provides some insight there. And then I got one of the overhead press. So we warmed up to 145, and then it was just 357, 468 on the OHP, not OHTP, for those of you wondering. I think I got the video of the 7 reps. All right, so same idea as the bench, stacking that weight over my wrists, no weak points, no energy leaking. Want to have a nice solid base to push from, really driving all that energy into the bar, and then just controlling the weight and getting a strong and solid lockout for 7 reps here. Wanted to get a video of the pull-ups, but I had to move over to the bodybuilding side, and there's a lot of people around, didn't get it. I did 5x6 on the handle. I'll just have a flat pull-up bar. It's like the angled one, or it's like the, what do you call, like neutral, but almost, fully supinated. So I did that one 5x6 because the program calls for chin-ups. Maybe give a little bit of extra love to the buys, which I ain't mad about, and they need all the help they can get. 5x6 there. Moved over to a cable row. Again, I try to mimic the bar path. You gotta have a strong back for a strong bench. Probably hear me say that a bunch, but no, I moved well. That was 3x15. I actually managed to get a video of that. It's kind of just on the floor. You're looking a little bit at my crotch, but unlike the curl video, you're able to see a little bit more of that. So try to splice that one in. All right, so excuse the crotch angle, but you can see most of the lift here still. So here you can see me doing machine cable row. I like the unilateral setup. I'm strapped in with Versa grips to kind of take my grip out of the equation, really focus on that hypertrophy for the back, the lats, rhomboids, mid-back there. I'm trying to track the same path as I am on the bench to really ingrain that bar path movement. And see here, having to put the weight down for a second and go back to it, really trying to push past that failure point and get the back to grow. Then I did Pec Dec flies 3x12 at 195. I have a tough time with Pec Dec. I don't know why. I just can never, it just always feels a little funky, so I'm always kind of messing with my hands, not only on the placement, but am I going to go suicide? Am I going to, so it's just a little weird on those, but was able to get some good sets there. Definitely feel some stimulation in the chest, to use a topical science-based word. And then the classic seated dumbbell curls. Went to the 45s this week, 3x10 to 12. No video of that, but it is what it is. And yeah, felt pretty good. I was happy with how the bench moved. I'm building a lot of confidence in the bench. Looking towards the end of the week, I think for the AMRAP set, we're we're putting on 325 for as many as possible. So, you know, don't want to get ahead of myself. It's just the first lift of the week, but yeah, we'll see how that moves. So, trying to keep it short and sweet for you guys. I don't have much more. As far as body-wise, feeling pretty fresh, you know, just a little bit tired from the weekend. On the overhead press, started to get a bit of a twinge in the left elbow. It is very strange to me that of all the wear and tear I put on my body with the shot put, you would think that my right shoulder and right elbow would be, you know, messed up. But for whatever reason, it's the left. I guess maybe I never gave it enough PT or stretching because I was always so focused on the right. I also broke my wrist in senior year of high school, and I feel like that probably messed up the way that, you know, I benched and did tricep work and stuff like that. So maybe it's just lingering. I think it definitely stems from just super tight lats into super tight triceps, and that's got like the elbow and shoulder acting a fool, but nothing bad. I started feeling it on maybe like the 6th or 7th set after, you know, a lot of bench, a lot of overhead press, so I'm not too worried about that by any means. And then all the accessory movements felt pretty good, so pretty pleased. Tomorrow coming up, we got squat day again, and we did added 5 pounds to the working max on squat, so we're going up just a tad this week. I think it's either 490 or 495 for that AMRAP set. I'm only a little intimidated by that, especially coming off last week thinking I had blood clots and serious disorders and all that. But no, it should be good. I'm excited for it. I will try to do the full sumo. But hey, talking about tomorrow, we're not even through today. 7:52. Just before we close it out, I'll give you some of the numbers so we know what we're looking at. It was definitely a long one. 755 active cals, 118 exercise minutes, just shy of 2 hours. Already at 2,500 steps. It's interesting because I was just pacing around a lot, looking like a psycho. But that's it for today, guys. We're gonna keep it short and sweet. I'll try to post a short later. Maybe it'll be at the bench, maybe it'll be at the squat. I don't know. I know everyone loves to see the deads, but yeah, gotta spice it up. Variety is the spice of life. So that is it for today, and I will see you tomorrow.